Cody made a challenge for the 10 pounds of gold.
The NWA World's Championship will be contested on All In, and myself, Cody Rhodes, will be the one challenging for the NWA.
In London, we stood in this ring and we shook hands and we made history. We agreed we would square off at the most iconic and history-making event in wrestling in the modern era, All In.
All In?
But if you recall, there was a condition.
You're getting an opportunity to once again hold the Ring of Honor.
That's what happened right now. That's what happened right now.
Welcome back to Wrestling with Weed, the podcast. So we're coming off of a crazy weekend, you know. We're coming off of a Sunday night or Saturday night main event. We're coming off to Chicago coming back within 40 seconds to win the game. Chicago Bears, bear down because we're from Chicago. So a lot of people emailed me, sent me messages. Shout out to Broski, shout out to Fight Out Donnie. He was in Cincinnati watching the Bears win epically. Shout out to Chirac. Broski sent me this picture and it said that CM Punk posted this, I guess. So they got a picture of Jay Cargill, CM Punk, Ricky Starks, what they call him Ricky Saint now, and Cody Rhodes. All champions and all former All Elite Wrestling. And to be honest, they said that they did. Punk posted this picture because taking a dig at Tony Khan, which I don't see it like that. Maybe it is on his part, but regardless, if you don't like WWE, or if you don't like AEW, or if you don't like Tony Khan for the fact that he's just a son of a billionaire and they give him all this money to create his own company and play with wrestlers how he wants to, you know what I mean? They got billions and billions of dollars, so like he can do whatever he wants, you know what I'm saying? And the same case was for Vince McMahon. You know, he could do what he wants. You got, I'm pretty sure, look at like this. Cody Rhodes earned his spot. CM Punk earned his spot. Ricky Saint, Ricky Starks, whatever you want to call him, I'll say he's good enough to be. If you've seen that promo he did on, I forgot who he did it on, but he did it because I don't really know a lot of these NXT stars. But oh shit, they didn't have Blake Moreau, Mariah May on there because she's the NXT North American or South American champion. I don't know what the fuck she is. She's some champion over there in NXT. Oh, and Ethan Page. You know what I'm saying? So you look at it like, man, they're all. You got Ethan Page, right? You got Mariah May, who's I forgot what her shit's now. Blake Monroe. Ricky Saint is Ricky Starks. CM Punk, Jay Cargill, and Cody Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? Like all those guys 2 years ago, say 3 years ago, were in AEW, and he had all these guys in his locker room, Tony Khan. So you could say he dropped the ball on all these wrestlers, or I'm not gonna lie to you, Tony Khan and AEW is the reason why I got into professional wrestling again. You know what I'm saying? It was a long while where I was just watching sporadically, like I would watch here, there, and fucking he brought me back into professional wrestling. Him, the Young Bucks, Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? Like all these guys got me back into wrestling, especially when CM Punk showed back up. That's when we decided to not decide at that moment, but he's kind of what made me want to start a podcast about wrestling and got my fire back for professional wrestling. Wanted me to go to these independent shows, wanted me to see GCW, wanted me to see TNA at fucking Cicero Stadium here in Chicago, Illinois. And hate it or not, Tony Khan sparked that fire that got Cody Rhodes back in WWE and the WWE champion as a main eventer, because he wasn't main eventing in AEW. he wasn't main eventing in WWE. They had him at Stardust, and he was still working the gimmick, but he wasn't up there as a superstar that he is now. So they could, if it is a dig from CM Punk, it's kind of bogus. It's kind of shit. It's kind of some bullshit, if you ask me, because the reason why you're back in wrestling, because WWE wasn't knocking on your door to come back anytime soon. AEW gave CM Punk all that money to come back to wrestling, and made monumental moments for us, you know, that we've seen, that I've seen, that I was there when CM Punk came back and people were crying in the stands because we loved the guy and loved his, you know, his work ethic, his promo skills, his in-ring ability. You know, it's not the best in the world, but he's damn good. And with the mic, without the mic, you know what I mean, he made people feel for wrestling. It might be, you know what I mean, just might be real this time. That's how he made wrestling feel, or does make wrestling feel. So you can't bash Tony Khan. He did drop the ball. He had all these superstars. I feel like it was just at the wrong time, you know. And like, I feel that Triple H is sticking it to Tony Khan, making Blake Monroe, Mariah May, not the NXT champion, but the South American or North American champion. Ricky Starks was a bona fide champion. Should have been a champion in AEW. That FTW bullshit title that Taz had, that shit was bullshit, but he should have been a champion. And I think he held the TBS championship or the TNT championship, one of those championships. And Jade Cargill, in my opinion, does not deserve that championship. I feel like maybe Tiffany's hurt legitimately, so they're like, fuck it, put it on Jade just to stick it to Tony Khan. And then you could have this epic picture with Cody Rhodes, Ricky Saints, CM Punk, fucking Jade Cargill. Because Jade Cargill, she's just in the right place at the right time, because she's not, to me, worthy as champion. You see, her mic skills are terrible, her in-ring skills are decent, but she's fucking super stiff, and she doesn't look like she even wants to be in the ring at sometimes, you know. She's just there for a paycheck. I feel like she doesn't have passion. I don't know, this is just my opinion. It's not a fact. It just rubs me like she has no passion for WWE. You know what I'm saying? Or not for WWE, but for wrestling in general. So it's like, at the end of the day, Tony Khan did drop the ball because he had all these superstars at one time in his company, in his locker room. But, you know, when you're a kid with a bunch of wrestlers and there's no, like, stern law and order in that locker room, that's what happens. You know what I mean? And let's talk about Triple H. When the fuck did Vince McMahon ever put himself in a promo or in a motherfucking poster for WrestleMania? Unless, I'm pretty sure he hasn't put himself in a fucking promo or video package or poster for WrestleMania unless he was in WrestleMania in an actual match, which Triple H is, you know, like, I don't know, man, you know, you want to love Triple H, but all the rumors that you hear from other wrestlers about how the only reason he's really in the business or was ever big at one point was because he was sleeping with the boss's daughter. Otherwise, he wouldn't have that many WWE championships, WWF championships. But yeah, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. We thought, you know, fucking either Brock Lesnar was coming, or with the boots and the jeans, it could have been Chris Jericho, which I thought Chris Jericho was coming out right here fucking to take that belt off, or to at least challenge CM Punk. This is Monday morning, so this is all the aftermath of the weekend. So we don't know yet what's going to happen tonight on Raw. But the rumor is that Jericho has signed with WWE. Don't know how, you know, facts that is, but if he did sign, he's going to start a feud with CM Punk. You can have a feud with Cody again. You can have a feud with a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like most of the champions that are champions now, especially Ethan Page and Blake Monroe, I'm not saying that they didn't earn it, Jade Cargill, they're put in those positions because Triple H and HBK want to stick it to Tony and say, hey, you let these guys go, and look at, we made them champions, we put them over, they're superstars now in WWE, bigger than they'll ever be in AEW, which I doubt that, because AEW got a lot of viewers at one point and is backed by a billionaire, so the sky's the limit for them. At the end of the day, if they really did that, you gotta thank Tony Khan, because who would have known Jade Cargill? Who would have known Ricky Starks? Who would have known Mariah May if it wasn't for Tony Khan and AEW? You know what I mean? Who would have brought back CM Punk? Because out of spite of AEW making big moves and making big viewerships. So, you know, and Cody Rhodes coming back, being a world champion. You know, he left as Stardust and came back as Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. So, you know, at the end of the day, you got to shout out to Tony Khan. You know, he put us the spark back in professional wrestling, and we wouldn't be here with a podcast if it wasn't for him. We wouldn't be into wrestling right now, me personally, if it wasn't for him. You know, we were wrestling, you fall in love with it, you fall out of love with it. But AEW made me fall in love with professional wrestling in general again, and you can only salute Tony Khan for that, and we appreciate you, Tony Khan, right here. And you know, we love AEW, we still love AEW. So we gone wrestling with weed. That's my opinion. Shout out to fucking the Bears. Shit, let's get that W next week. We got a playoff game today. Chicago softball, fucking 16-inch fall ball. Let's see, get that W, natives. Wrestling with Weed. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for all the latest merch. I got a dope ass shirt. I'm gonna put it up, see if anybody, you know, interested in buying it, or, you know, we'll do like a giveaway or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Wrestling with Weed. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for all the latest videos, smoke alongs, and I got some smoke alongs coming for you guys. We gone.